Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you are all good. I am carrying on with the tedious task of cleaning my games room, and I have started with the shelf as per my previous video, which was over a week ago. I've had a little bit of a delay in doing another part to this, and I'll explain that at the end probably. But yes, so I have been going through and I've now started on the second shelf of probably my main shelf in here, I would say, where my games are. So the first shelf was Dreamcast, Saturn, and it was my Mega Drive stuff, the start of. The next shelf is Master System and Mega Drive, so basically two Sega shelves really. And I am going to share with you now, I thought I'd do the Master System ones first because I have less of a nostalgic attachment to these. I didn't have a Master System myself growing up. My friends did. My friend Charlotte had one, and I think my cousin had one as well. I also think my friend Jordan may have had one when we were growing up. I can't remember. But anyway, we used to play there. I never had one of my own, but I always wanted one. But we went straight to Mega Drive. We went from our Spectrum to a Mega Drive. So that's kind of where my little gap was. So I have got a Master System now, and I do play it intermittently. You can tell I've been at work today. I'm using like business words right now. I play it occasionally. So I have a few different games on here, some that I have no attachment whatsoever to, and then there's some obvious ones which I will have an attachment to, and I'll explain when I get to them. So the first one in that list is Super Tennis. I haven't even tried that one. Might be a good game, I don't know. You guys are going to have to tell me. I really don't know. It's not one I've played, but I've got it. Basically, I bought the Master System and it came with like 4 games. This was the next one, Pro Wrestling. Again, it's not one that I've played, but you guys probably have. So let me know what your thoughts are on those two. The next one is a game that really is very close to my heart, which I hadn't played for a long time, but I'd never played on the Master System, but it's one of my all-time favourite games, and that is Gauntlet. So I picked a copy of Gauntlet up, and I cannot remember for the life of me which way around it was. I think I may have picked the game up first before I got the Master System, and I think I got the Master System because I got the game, or it might have been the other way around. Anyway, I can't remember, it was a couple of years ago now. Gauntlet was the first ever game that I played growing up in an arcade, in like a campsite or a caravan park, you know, where you go and your parents are having a drink and you're sat playing on the consoles, like the one arcade machine or 2 arcade machines that were in the corner, and Gauntlet was on there, and me and my brother spent the whole week playing that game and just absolutely fell in love with it. And that was my first sort of real experience of gaming where it really got under my skin, and that's kind of where it all started. Not on the Master System, it was in an arcade, and I had this on the Spectrum and spent, I dread to think how much time I spent on this game growing up. We absolutely loved it. I love it. I still love it. When I plugged it in for the first time a couple of years ago, it gave me the nostalgic tears. I was so like happy to have a copy of it and actually be playing it and listening to those sound effects again. It was amazing. The next one is again another one, the Ninja. Somebody, I think when I shared this the first time round, said that was actually a really good game, but again, I've still not got around to playing with it. I've got so much stuff in here that I haven't played for so long or never played. The next one is a game called Choplifter. Same scenario, not one I've played, but it is in the collection. I'm not in for collecting all of the Master System games, to be honest. Having the Master System with Alex Kidd on it was enough for me, because that's the one that we really did used to play with my friends. And that is one that I do play. If I switch that on, it tends to just be Alex Kidd that I play, and then I might plug one of one of the Sonic games in that I have that I can't complete, which is really frustrating me. Again, I need to put the time in it really and sit and actually play them, but I have got Sonic, and I have also got Sonic 2. Very different games from the original ones, and when I say original ones, I mean the Mega Drive ones, so the original ones to me. And then there's Sonic Chaos as well. That's quite a nice little game as well. But again, I can't get very far because I'm old and my reactions are slow and I don't know the game inside out like I do on the other Sonic games, especially since I've been playing them on Sonic Origins. But those are my Master System games. Not a massive collection of Master System games. But again, I was just happy having the console with Alex Kidd and a copy of Gauntlet to boot. So getting on and back on track with my Mega Drive collection, which was in alphabetical order, but I've managed to knock it over. And when I say it's in alphabetical order, on the top shelf is Mortal Kombat 2, and then on the second shelf is Mortal Kombat. So I've got those the wrong way around straight away. But that is the other game, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, as we all know, we loved and played that game. That was one of my ultimate games, I would say. I just love it. Even now, like the characters, you can get them as skins on Fortnite, and I have been tempted so many times. I'm trying not to spend money on Fortnite because I don't play it as often as I used to anymore. I still do play it a lot. I play it at least once a week, but it doesn't warrant spending that much money on skins for it, but there's part of me that wants them. So that's going to happen probably at some point. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Micro Machines is another one that a lot of us know and love. That one was iconic, wasn't it, when it was released? I say iconic. Where is that game? It's in my Megadrive. That's good. I was looking at it then like, oh no, where is it? It's in the Megadrive. And when I picked this one up, this was from a gaming fair. I got this one. Someone had put some codes in, so that's somebody had written that as a kid maybe, or I don't know. When they were, to be honest, it actually says Jungle Strike on that, so they're not even for the Micro Machines game. Never mind. We'll stop that there. I don't even think I've got a copy of Jungle Strike. I might have a loose copy somewhere actually, but yes. Anyway, and I love it, you know, when you buy a retro game and somebody's left something in that they've put in there. I've got actually on my SNES. My SNES is in the other room at the minute because I started moving stuff around. On the SNES, we've got the code written on it for Theme Park, a cheat code that me and my brother wrote on it. It's my original SNES, so that's still on there. But I do love it when you pick up a game that somebody's taken the time to like keep the notes on it and they've left it in there and then it's been sold on and then you've got them. It's quite cute, that. I love that. The next one was Micro Machines Tournament 96. That is one that I've picked up recently. I had this one, but my cartridge had completely perished, so I got a new version of that, which is it's a really nice condition one. It plays very well as well, and it's still just as much fun. To plug that in and play it now is still just as much fun. I just need friends to play it with. I wish they'd re-release that somewhere, you know, as an emulation. I know you can get certain emulations that take a little bit of setup, but you know, it would be great if somebody would release that again in the original format, on one of these original formats anyway, because they're so much fun. They were so much fun. We had so much fun playing those. The next one is Micro Machines 2. Now this one is a bit of a random anomaly one for me. Most people have the cartridges and not the boxes. This is one of mine that has got lost in time. I don't have the cartridge for that, and it's not one that I can find. It may yet still be in the garage. If it is, it's probably not working. So I am on the lookout for the actual cartridge for that, because I've got the box, and the box is in really good condition, as is the manual and everything else. So I've just not got the cartridge, which is the arse about face way, isn't it? Typically. But anyway, I just need to complete it, and then I'll have a full set there. Another game that I was gifted, this was Rise of the Robots. I did play that back in the day. That one was wildly, like, people didn't like it, did they? Like, wildly, I don't even know what the word is, discredited as a terrible game that was supposed to be amazing. The graphics were fairly good, but I think the gameplay sucked from what I recall. I've not tried it since, but my friend Scotty from Marathon Gaming gave me that when I saw him, not at this year's Knots Gaming thing, because I didn't go this one. It was just last weekend just gone. I didn't get a chance to go to it, but the year before he brought that and gave that to me. Next in the lineup, I'm going to pull both of these up at the same time because they're basically the same game but amazing, are Road Rash and Road Rash 3. I haven't got Road Rash 2, I don't think. It's Road Rash and Road Rash 3. These games, me and my cousin David and my brother used to play all the time. Dave had these, we didn't. So as you know, for those that have been watching for a while, I try and pick up games because I am a little limited to space in here. I try and pick up games that I had previously or I wanted growing up. I do occasionally pick the odd one up if I see one that's a bargain that I think one of my friends might have off me, or just to put in the collection, I will pick them up. But those two are epic games. I absolutely love those, playing them. They do remind me, at my auntie's house, so we'd go around my cousin Dave's house and play them with him. We used to have such a laugh. That's what it's all about, isn't it? It does bring the nostalgia back, you know, and you start thinking about it and it's happy memories, and that's what it's all about. The next ones, and they need no introduction, and I'm probably not going to talk about them extensively because I spend a lot of time talking about this character. It's Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, and then we'll do them in the other ones. I've got Sonic Spinball, I'll come back to Sonic Spinball, Sonic Knuckles, Sonic 3, and I talk about these games all the time. I don't really think I can tell you anything new that I haven't already said about them, apart from the fact that I love them. These three are my original ones. These are the ones that were mine. The one that I had to replace was Sonic and Knuckles. Most people don't have the box to that. That is an original box, a little bit battered, but in fairly good condition. And yeah, the cartridge is good. So I bought that. I can't remember where I got that from, but I had to replace that because I just had the cartridge for that and I wanted the complete set. I always play these. I play these to death on Sonic Origins. If I'm streaming, I stream them at least once a month now. I used to stream them weekly, but I've sort of expanded my gaming repertoire. And Sonic Spinball is the one that I was just going to talk about. So Sonic Spinball was the one that's probably out of the Sonic series, and I'm going to say this and I've just seen out the corner of my eye, I've missed Sonic 3D. Sonic 3D is my least favourite game, and I know my friend Jo Gaming Girly is going to be screaming at me. She loves this game. This is one that I could never really get on board with. I completed it once, I think. It's a really tough game in terms of how to control it, and you're moving it around with the D-pad. It just doesn't flow well. Apparently it plays better on the Saturn. I've never tried it on the Saturn. I don't think I've got it on the Saturn, but that might be one that I may have to get just to give it the benefit of the doubt. You know, it's a Sonic game after all, and I do love Sonic. But Sonic Spinball is a game that has beat me. I have never completed this. I've got close. I probably could complete it now if I put my mind to it, but I get so frustrated because I just keep getting stuck in the same places. So now I've found out as well, I didn't even realise I was playing something. It was the Flicky Challenge. It was before the Flicky Challenge, because you can rewind on some emulations, can't you? And I didn't know that, and maybe that's what I'm going to have to do to try and beat this one. I don't know. We'll see. But that's actually 1 to 4 players. It's not one player. You can have 1 to 4 players, but you all have to play separately. And again, no one really wanted to play that one with me. But I enjoyed it, but it did get frustrating because I couldn't beat it when I was younger. And I've just got that, like, maybe I should try and set myself a challenge to beat that. Maybe. We'll see. Next is a game. This was really expensive back in the day. This was Street Fighter 2. I adore this game. I absolutely love this game. I spent so much time playing this growing up. This, I think, is my original. I think it is, yeah. Original copy. That one was a game that I used to just play. Originally, I played it down at my friend's house down the street. He had it on the SNES. Not the Special Champion Edition where M. Bison and Vega and all the others were added to it. So I got that copy. But I think even back then, I think in today's money, like in money then, I think it was about £50, if not more, which was stupid money. I remember saving and saving and saving my pocket money. I could only afford a couple of games a year with birthday money, Christmas money, that sort of thing. And that was one of the ones that I really saved up for. And then a few years after, maybe the year after, I think a few years after, Street Fighter 2 came out. So Super Street Fighter 2 with Cammy and the guys who were added to it, Cammy being one of my favourite Street Fighter characters alongside Chun-Li. I just love these games. I love fighting games like that, but that old style 2D fighting game. I like some of the newer 3D fighting games as well, but those are the ones that I really have got an attachment to. But I never had that. I think I rented that from Blockbuster or something perhaps, but I never actually owned that one. Next one is a game that me and my brother spent a long time on. We used to get stuck on level 3. I don't think we got past it without the cheat code. For those that don't know, I think I'm right in saying the cheat on that is the same as the one on Sonic for the level select. It's up, down, left, right, A and start, I think. I could be completely wrong with that, but I feel like that is the right cheat code for that. We used to get stuck on level 3. There's a level where you're John Connor, you're either on the back of a truck or he's driving it, and the Terminators are chasing after him and you have to shoot them. And when you play it in an arcade, you've got a gun and you're shooting at the screen. When you're trying to move the cursor around with your mouse, it's not with your mouse, it's with your D-pad. It's not that easy. It was a really tough one. So I think that's the only way we beat that was by having the cheat code to advance to the next level, and then I think we beat it then. Another game which needs no introduction, one of my favourite cartoon characters of all time actually, is Tasmania. I adored this game growing up. Everybody remembers the minecart level. It was hideous, wasn't it? Absolutely hideous in that one. And it was a tough game actually. I enjoyed it though. My friend Gemma had this one. I used to go and play that at her house, but that one it's a tough game, and yeah, I should probably get that one out and have a go at it. I think I did when I picked it back up again. When I say again, I never owned it in the first place. But yeah, Tasmania's a great game. And this is one of my all-time favourite childhood games. I know I've said that with a lot of them because I just loved gaming. I love my Megadrive so much. But this was a game that we used to rent off the video man, who used to come round and he'd rent videos out of the boot of his car. If any of you remember that. I think there were a lot of people had men in their town, and they'd come and rent videos and games to you. We used to rent Wiz and Liz. And when I say we, I mean my friend Carly and her mum Norma would rent Wiz and Liz. Every week we'd just keep re-renting it off him because we love this game so much. You just, and I almost say this wrong every time. You are a wizard and you are Liz, who is a witch. But I always want to say a wizard and a lizard when I'm trying to explain this game. You run around and pick up rabbits from the level and you're rescuing them. It's so much fun. It's such a good platformer. I really enjoyed that one back in the day, sat playing that with Carly. And I think Norma just did that. She used to rent it just to keep us quiet and out of the way. This is another game that needs absolutely no introduction whatsoever. One of the best co-op two-player games, I think, on the Mega Drive. And that is World of Illusion. Donald Duck and Mickey. Again, I think this is one my cousin Dave had. I didn't own this one growing up. We used to just go and borrow his. We finished that one, but it took time. Like, again, anything that's sort of Disney or what are the other characters? I want to say Warner Brothers, and that's not right, is it? Is it? I don't know. Like Taz. Where are they from? Anyway, anything like that tended to be a little bit more difficult, or at least I found it was, the ones that I played. This is a cracking game. If you've not played it, you need to find a friend to play it with. It's not the same playing it by yourself. It's still a good game, but it's so much better playing that one with a friend. I always played as Donald, and Andy would always play as Mickey on that one. And this is where the alphabetical order disappeared a little bit because I kicked the stack over as I was cleaning it before. So these are a little bit out of sync. So the Terminator, the original game, I played that a little bit, not as much as T2 because I didn't own this one. So I picked this one up because we only played it a handful of times. Again, I think it was probably one we rented from Blockbuster Video, nearly not the pile over again. These are not going to go back up there alphabetically. I'm going to have to put them back up alphabetically or it's going to upset me. But the very last game that I'm going to talk about today is a game called Theme Park. Again, another one that doesn't need any introduction. Those who watch my channel a lot know that I love this style of game. Theme Hospital was one of my all-time favourite games, and I'm certainly a huge fan of the 2 Point games, which are the simulation games. So 2 Point Hospital, 2 Point Museum and 2 Point Campus. I adore those games now, and it's that sort of building, you build your theme park. And yeah, it's a cracking game. And I didn't have it on the Mega Drive, we had it on the SNES, but I've now got it on the Mega Drive as well, so I'm really pleased about that. And that's my whole stack of games, guys. So thank you for watching. Like I said earlier, I didn't do a pickup video last weekend. I didn't get to go to Knott's Gaming thing last weekend. Unfortunately, my dog Lenny, I had to have him put to sleep. So it has been a really, really tough week for me. It has made me realise just how much I value and love my friends. And I hate using this terminology. You know how we say you're in real life friends, the people you know physically, like you see them day to day, versus your online friends. My online friends are my in real life friends as well. Like I can't even tell you how I've got through this week, and I wouldn't have got through this week if it hadn't have been for those guys. And you know who you are. Every single one of you has helped me out, and the kind messages on the post that I put. It's been a tough week, but yeah, it was the right thing to do. He was 16 years old, and yeah, he needed to go to sleep. So that's why there's been a little bit of a delay between the pickup videos and me starting to clean my second shelf. But I just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys who've been like, I can't even explain to you how much you guys mean to me and how much you've helped me this last week. And all the time, actually. You're like my therapists. I love you so much. Anyway, that is me. And yeah, that's shelf number 2 done. We'll be on to the next shelf, which isn't actually games. It's a multitude of different things, but that will be in the next pickup video. I'm calling it pickup video because I don't know what else to call it. Thank you so much, guys. And I will speak to you all very soon. Bye.